Living right now in the current economy is challenging enough, especially when Uncle Sam comes knocking on your door for taxes. But there are some things that are more terrifying than taxes. Not many things, but there are some. And that's being ripped apart while you're still alive, or being turned into a mummy after an eldritch shape-shifting being drains your life force to make an infant. If you're wondering what the hell I'm even talking about, it's dinosaur films or series. Yes, even the second bit with the eldritch being. Almost every dinosaur movie is just one big dinosaur chasing people, and then the same people managing to escape a lot of the time. But there are actually some verses where your survival rate is like 0. As a matter of fact, death would be mercy considering what they're going to do to you in the film. Like, how am I supposed to respawn after one dinosaur is playing with my bowels and the other one is sticking its claw inside my eye while I'm still alive? At that point, just take me, Lord. I've done a video similar to this before, but that was with dinosaur games and movies strictly, so this time I'll basically be doing a part 2 with the second one, but also include series instead of just one movie. And there's been some new films that came out since I made that video, so it's about time I made an update to the dinosaur films I would avoid myself in, if I only knew I was in that verse. Like, I don't have to even see the dinosaur or anything, you just gotta tell me what verse I'm in, and I'll ask the Lord to probably just take me out. After uploading this video, I should be doing a live stream a few hours later, so please, if you haven't already, consider leaving a sub. It costs you nothing, but if you just want to watch, I'm glad you're here, man. Also join the Discord for updates, events, or even votes for future videos. So without further ado, let's get into the video. The first film is the newest dinosaur movie we've gotten so far, and is based off a horrifying book that would make even the most obsessed dinosaur lover rethink their passion. I'm sure you all expected it, but Primitive War was definitely going to be on the list. Like, take the setting of Sorna from Jurassic Park 3, but amp it up even further and put thousands of different creatures in one location that will and want to kill you in some of the most atrocious ways the human mind can imagine. Sucking up your guts as though it was a string of ramen, or playing with your guts as though it's silly putty. Yeah, there's a lot of gut stuff in this movie. The animals have a strange affinity to keep you alive, so they can just keep playing with your insides. Primitive War takes place during the Vietnam War, and despite soldiers running through the jungle from basically all factions with machine guns and tanks, they still get wiped by these weird crash-outs. Basically, a Russian experiment allowed a lot of the prehistoric animals to come back to the present, and their numbers have just bloomed. We got grizzly bear-sized raptors with the intellect of Jurassic Park 3 raptors just running all over the place, and they hold grudges. This might be one of the few verses where you could put me in a tank, give me 4 AK-47s fully loaded, a dozen grenades, a small nuke, and guts sword from Berserk, and I still probably will die. No, I will die. And this isn't just me. Like, the stuff these soldiers had to endure despite being fully strapped is crazy. Aside from these creatures being hyper intelligent, so many of them are bullet and explosion proof. Tell me why a Utahraptor can survive multiple shots from an assault rifle to the face and chest and just walk it off, or act as though nothing just happened. Hell, tell me why one survived a building level explosion point blank. These bastards were a few feet away from the bomb and they just came back without a scratch. Cyclops in particular is the one dude who picks a fight with you and will be even more pissed if you try to fight back. After he got stabbed in the eye when opening that man's stomach like a bag of Skittles, he called up his entire crew to kill that one guy. Now what chance do I have with these demons? Like, give me the strongest assault rifle in the world. How am I supposed to act with 5 of these fiends running around me at each side? And once they catch you, oh once they catch you, Ricky, do not expect to be taken out quickly. You will be played with as much as possible until they get bored. And speaking of fiends, their small but still crash out cousins are just as bad. They trade strength for numbers. The Deinonychus in this series can be killed with a bullet, but they will swarm you like ants. You know those documentaries where you see a spider or a scorpion kill a few ants but eventually get overrun at the end? Yeah, things that. And the same way those ants pull apart the spider while it's still kicking, well, you can expect the same treatment. Don't even think the sky is safe. We have these demonic ass darkids swooping down and puncturing people like a carpison. Again, for some reason, they don't just kill you straight up. Maybe it's just the way they're designed, because they have a tongue like that of a giraffe. Only instead of pulling leaves, they'll lap up your intestines like Lady in the Tramp did with some spaghetti, and they travel in groups. If you already have little experience with guns, it's going to be a challenge trying to take out one of them despite them being so big. They can't be killed by like 3 shots, but what are you going to do when the other 4 come around you after you missed half your shots trying to take down the first one? And don't even think about going in the water. Actually, why would you even do that? We got both attacking Spinosaurus and crocodile murking Suchomimus, but one of the biggest ops to you might just be the T-Rex spear. Unless you get a lucky break like a really sturdy building or, you know, just jump off a cliff. It's very unlikely that you are going to escape. These are the same T-Rexes that took on a small Russian army with tanks and every gun at a time, and they came out basically unscathed. Like, you even look at their kids wrong and you're an op. They will chase you down unless you find some way to distract them or hide. But if you have to die, death by these Rexes is the quickest. They will pop you like a balloon. Not to mention you're in the middle of a war. If the Russian or Vietnamese army find you, they're gonna turn me into one of those cartel videos the educate used to show you at 9 AM on a damn school morning. But that's just the first verse. The next one isn't nearly as bad, but looking back, I kinda downplayed how terrifying it would be. Like in the first video I mentioned how bad it would be to be on Sorna, I think I did, because Sorna has entire populations of raptors, different species actually. Rex is an sealed-backed bastard who hates me as though I took his girl. But Nublar, well, the first Jurassic Park film is terrifying in its own right. Forget Nublar during Jurassic World, there's a bunch of people with you so you can bet your odds of survival are going to be better by using people as leverage. Just be able to outrun most and good. But Nublar during Jurassic Park 1 was despicable. Despite there being 4 or 5 main dinosaurs you had to worry about, a lot of these analog horrors and animations remind me how horrifying it would be to end up on that island on the road during a blackout. Especially Arnold's perspective. These raptors want demon time, especially the big one. Imagine you find a building because you're trying to find shelter when you see the electricity go out. And you close the door, but you didn't lock it because if another person comes by, it would be great to have some company, and hey, only people could open the doors. Well, not quite. My goofy self would be running up. No, let me rephrase that, I'm black. I don't care if it's a person, I'm sprinting in the other direction regardless of the species. Imagine someone else's goofy self running up to the door to see who is there, and all you see is a pair of eyes glowing, staring at you. And before you can do anything else, you just get mauled. Now, I probably would know what just opened that door, so while I'm running, you best believe a snail trail of dookies being left behind, knowing how despicable the raptors in this franchise can be when they're bored. Tell me why they tore off Ray's hand, and the thing is that he was likely alive. These things managed to isolate one small group on the island, or they knew people would go into buildings and just camped it. Then there's Rexy. I don't care what any of you say. Oh, it's easy, just don't move. There's something called nerve. It's easy to say you won't move behind the screen, but in person, when this 7+ ton megaceropod slowly walks towards you and is a few feet away, how many of you would trust the field guide saying that if you don't move, it won't eat you? Alan Grant has plot armor, you and I don't. I would probably attempt it for a while, but the moment Rexy gets within 10 feet, I'm not gonna lie, my nerves would just give out and I try to sprint. And if it's an open place, then there's nothing I can do. My only hope would be to hide in some vegetation or climb a tree. But no cover would save you from anything in the primal verse. This is by far the worst one on the list. I might actually try to leave it all behind if I know what verse I was in. I wouldn't even try to survive because the list of diabolical things in this universe is worse than any horror villain. I'm not going to tell you every single thing that can kill you, I'm just going to pull up some of the most disturbing ways I can be taken out, and yeah, this place is just messed up. If you think for one moment that Fang would be all buddy towards you, you are mistaken. First of all, you're not Spear. That is a chiseled, gorilla-sized man, and you are fully clothed and half the size. She's gonna obliterate you. If you find both of them together and don't act like a threat, then Spear is likely gonna help you out and probably convince Fang too. But there are 2 individuals in the entire world, you're probably never gonna see them, unfortunately. Every single carnivore can and will kill you, and they don't have stamina. They keep going for days. Rexes, raptors, you know what, skip it. Every theropod basically. Not to mention there's some weird crack serum that turns anything into a raging psychopath, hellbent on killing you. But hey, some things just want to love you. As a matter of fact, they want your help to bring life into this world. But you're also gonna leave it. There's this merry band of witches that will tie you up and let a curvy eldritch horror drain you. Don't let the word curvy fool you. She will drain you, but not what you're thinking. Your life essence will be sucked away and you will turn into a mummy, as your force is being used to make an infant. Even though it lasts for like a couple of seconds, those few seconds are way too long for your soul to be literally sucked out to you. Man, even the tiniest organisms want beef with you. My boy, if a rat or some small dinosaur that looks as though it has every sickness known to man bites you, I don't know what to tell you. I won't suggest what I think you should do because YouTube might flag this video, but like there isn't any other course of action really. Imagine going insane, bleeding out to every hole in your body while your flesh melts, but you don't die, you are still there, somehow, deep within. But your mind is now so broken that you don't care if you get hurt. Your only objective is to spread this illness to everything. Even if you have to tear the flesh from your ribs, you will do it. Then there's again the tribes of different subhumans or apes. You're either going to be sacrificed for some pagan ritual or enslaved for the rest of your life. As of recording this right now, there's so many things I could think of that would make me terrified, and I need an adult diaper, but at the same time I can't decide. You know when you know so much but you just can't list everything or more than a few because of just how everything just floods your brain? Man, we got devil bats, house-sized spiders, deadly mammals, and things that aren't even prehistoric related. They are literal demons in this universe's version of Satan that sends fire monsters after you to collect your essence. Man, I don't know. This might not just be the worst verse in this video, but also every other video I've done. Even the gaming videos, yes, even worse than Kong Skull Island. Like, the ways you can die are so creative, a toddler could probably imagine it. But that's just some more dinosaur related versions that I think would make me pass out if I'm aware I spawned there. If you guys have any more you can think of, let me know down in the comments. Hey, maybe we could end up doing a part 3. So let me know down below. Again, at the time of releasing this, I should be getting ready to stream in a few hours since I'm starting at 12 PM EST. So don't miss that. Anyway, that's all for now folks, I will see you later.